Welcome to the Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast, the podcast where we make 5-minute decisions that can change your business, your relationships, and your life. Hey, what is up? It's Dean Soto, founder of prosulum.com, prosulum.com, and freedomin5minutes.com. And we're here again for another Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast. Today's topic is this: a dislike in less than 5 minutes. That and more coming up. Okay, beautiful afternoon here in Central California, up in the hills. Cannot complain. Nice clouds overhead. It's going to be raining soon. I loves it. But one thing I don't love is getting disliked in less than 5 minutes. So part of making decisions, especially decisions that are going to have a big impact in what you're doing, means that you're going to get a lot of resistance. Even if it's not apparent right away, you will get people, or you will get things, you will have things happen where you get this type of resistance. One of those things was a decision by me to start just a personal YouTube channel, kind of building the personal brand, but also it'll build my business and all this other stuff as well. And with that comes a lot of awkwardness. While I might sound decent on a podcast like this, podcasting versus video is extremely difficult. For example, not only do you have to worry about the intonation of your voice like this with a podcast, which comes with practice. If you go and listen to my very, very first podcast in like the So Totally Business Savvy podcast and other podcasts that I had done back in the day, you'd hear, so we went to, all over the place. And it would just sound like this. I wasn't quite sure exactly what to do. So we just went over there and it was fantastic. Not this, what seemed to be forced excitement, seemed to be forced intonation, now actually comes really natural when I'm on these podcasts, right? So when you are, and that's the other thing, is saying you a lot more. You. In the older podcasts, you'd hear a lot of I. So anyway, all that being said, here's the key. Here's the thing with this is that no matter what you're doing, you're going to get resistance. You're going to get resistance with yourself. You're going to get resistance with other people and so on. So with video, one of the big resistances that I get is that, one, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look so awkward. I don't even know how to look at the camera. I don't know how to smile, or I don't remember to smile, or I don't remember my intonation. You have so many different things to worry about. And then at the same time, I'm thinking, man, it's just literally me walking around. I have a cool little stabilizer thing, one of those S-Move things, those smooth things, and it works great. I love it. But it's just me walking around talking. Who wants to look at that? And so you get all of these different things coming, right? When you make a decision like that. Well, in one of the very first videos that I started doing, it was a video, I believe it was the one on virtual assistant services. Things that kind of went into the different types of services there are. And then I obviously talked about mine, which is an SOP, a systems and process, standard operating procedure system that systems virtual assistants that's different than everything else. So I finished the video. I started doing the thumbnail artwork, started doing all the things that you do, and I always do that, I need to change that. I started doing all of those different things. I published it to my 327 subscribers on my channel, which the majority, well, actually, I'll get to that in just a second. So anyway, I go and publish it, and literally in less than 5 minutes, I already have a dislike on the video. I'm like, who even saw this? How could someone just go and dislike it? And they didn't even have, they literally had no time to even watch it. It was a 20-minute video, and it hadn't even been published for 5 minutes. And the like came 3 minutes after publishing, pretty much. So they literally disliked the video. They disliked the video by watching maybe 30 seconds to a minute of it, maybe 2 minutes of it. And I've had it happen again on another video. Now, the old me would have been distraught, would have said, oh my gosh, people don't like me. Oh, what am I doing wrong? I'm a horrible person. But one of the cool things about making decisions, especially decisions like this, is that it builds thick skin. When you put yourself out there, whether you are selling, whether you're trying to get a new job opportunity, whether you are doing something that is going to make a huge impact in your life, you're going to have to build thick skin, because you're going to get people who think you're an idiot. You get people who tell you either to your face or through the keyboard that you suck. You're going to get people who just say, no, we're not interested, right? You're going to get people who are going to resist you. On top of that, you're going to have your own thoughts going through your head about how lame and how stupid you are and how nobody wants to listen to what you have to say. You really don't have anything to offer. All of these different things are going to go on at the same time. So what was the decision that I made during that time? When I saw that dislike, I could have said, oh, I'm not doing this ever again. Oh, it hurts. What was the decision? Well, the decision was to say, screw you. Screw you. I'm doing 2 videos now. So I literally did 2 more videos. To basically say, look, one, you're probably a subscriber of mine. And those subscribers that are on that particular channel, those subscribers are people who have sold or are selling on Amazon, because that was my target market a long time ago with other things that I was doing. It was predominantly Amazon sellers. And so when they see things about virtual assistants, or when they see things about systems, or they would see things about stuff like that, they're going to be like, this sucks. Like, I want the old Dean. I want to know how to go to a thrift store and scan something and find it for $5 and sell it for $30. That's the way I want to live. Rather than the person who's like, hey, I have a business and I'm tired of having to do everything myself. I want to be able to do a 5-minute video, show somebody else overseas how to do it. They document it, and then they do it from then on. And I get to spend time with my family. Completely different mindset. Completely different person, right? And so do I blame them for disliking my video? No. Would I prefer if they didn't? Yes. But whatever. Even at this point in time, who cares? Like, I literally only get 10 views, 5 views, 100 views. It's a long-term game that's going to take a long time, and I realize that, so it's not that big of a deal anyway. But it still hurts, right? Because you're going to have these things happen. So why is this important? It's important because, look, you have goals and you have dreams, and part of the reason, if you looked at them closely, if you look at them right now, honestly, part of the reason you're not doing them is because you're afraid of what other people are going to think. You're afraid of what other people are going to say, right? You are afraid of what other people are going to think, other people are going to say and the resistance that you're going to get. You're afraid of looking stupid. You're afraid of looking like an idiot. You're afraid of looking like a sellout. Even for me, I remember way back in the day when I first started my business, and I this was way back when I was doing more web development and SEO stuff. I had a friend of mine who I thought was a good, close friend on Facebook in front of everybody say, you know what, I'm going to unfriend you because you are nothing but a SEO wannabe, a search engine optimization wannabe. And I was like, ouch, ow, that hurt. Somebody who I counted as a friend literally just did that to me. And you're probably afraid of that too. Am I afraid of stuff like that happening still? Of course. But with big decisions, with massive decisions, with decisions that are going to make a huge difference in your life, you're going to get that resistance. It is inevitable. And if you have that in mind, if you realize that, if you realize that and say, you know what, I'm going to get resistance no matter what, I'm just going to deal with it as it comes. And when I get that resistance, I'm just going to do twice as much. What should I have done? What should I have done with my friend after he did that? I should have posted twice. I should have posted twice, 3 times, 4 times, and been like, if you're going to do that to me, I don't care about you. You obviously don't care about me, right? And just gone for it. But for me at that time, the thickness of my skin wasn't as good, so I cowered. So what's the one thing right now that you've been wanting to do for a long time? You've been wanting to do, but you've been putting it off because you were afraid. And there's nothing wrong with being afraid. We all are afraid of something. We all wear masks, all of us. But what's that one thing that you've been wanting to do? You've been dying to do and have been putting it off because you're afraid of what other people will think. I challenge you this week to get started on it. Get started on it and know that you are going to get resistance. You will. And when it happens, do twice as much of it. Push harder with it. Because a lot of the times, the reason you get resistance is because you're challenging other people to be better. And they don't want to be better. And they don't want to become more. They don't want to expand. I challenge you to do twice of it. Make your dreams happen, despite the resistance that you get. All right, so this is Dean Soto, founder of Prosulum.com, Prosulum.com, and Freedom in 5 Minutes. If you want a systems and process virtual assistant that can create a standard operating procedure for you and then do everything basically duplicating you, you can go to Prosulum.com. If you want to get some more amazing episodes of Freedom in 5 Minutes, go to freedomin5minutes.com. Sign up for the email list. There are 7 episodes in there, completely raw. One of the first episodes that I did, and I never released them, but they are amazing. They're so raw, they literally don't even have the intro. But they're still absolutely amazing. I shared them with one of my best friends, and he absolutely loved them. Okay. So, and you have to trust my best friend, right? So, all that being said, go check those out, and I will see you in the next Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast episode.